Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And they'll have it across midfield down to the opposing 46-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On first and 10, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That pass play good for 22. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. Once again, it's Gibbs. Ooh. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his second touchdown of the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return coming from the 14. A good return as he takes it across.
At their own 32-yard line.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
What a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up fourth down.
That's taken in, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but win.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Goff. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often.
And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A run now for the young man from Colorado. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. Has an opening, past the 40. And strong running there as they're finally able to bring him down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Here's a run. He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown Pioneers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Pioneers get back in it. It is 21-7. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And That's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Goff to throw. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Throwing on second down. Goff going for it all. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On second down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is hard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing here is Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
He'll get this out to the left flat.
They came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores, you cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
They'll try to run.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who... more. Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, San Diego.
He'll try the right side this time. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's a toss, right side. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Pioneers. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Pioneers are able to edge a bit closer.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Our run here with Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 4 here. up to the 24-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a first down.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, the Pioneers.
Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Throwing now from the gun. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
The San Diego first down.
Back to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
Give him 14 on that one. First down, Detroit.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 30-yard line.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
That's the gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have the Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Goff. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by Terrion Arnold.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future? I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They get the job done.